Like, you have to let your emotions be emotions. Try tapping. Tapping calms anxiety, builds self-acceptance, and draws your awareness into your senses. So you tap. I used to click pens in high school, and like in honors classes, it's okay. But then you get into a regular ass room, they come tell you don't click. So if you don't want to click your pen, I say you can get a pen if you need it to be quieter. You can get a pen and just take the top off. That's a click too, like you see. And then they had like those fidget things down, and you can do those too. And I think that's like more acceptable in meetings. So I know I had a charge over here, but that's what the fidget thing looks like. Like, it's like ultimately that, like, it's like a little square box, and it just got like different things on there for you to fidget with, and it actually feels good. I like touching things that are soft and calming and stuff like that. That's something else you could do too. Is like maybe take a piece of material or keep something in your pocket. Somebody told me that too. Keep a rock in your pocket. I'm like, I will, because I knew I keep my hands in my pockets. You know, I like pockets. So I was like, yeah, they following me, but you see, so shit like that shit would trigger me. Yeah, so yeah, no, don't do that. It's not feasible. Having sense of community is essential to avoid falling prey to isolation. They actually will isolate me and my son, so they'll create more situations that have nothing to do with my son. None of the information that these people will have nothing to do with them, and they'll try to make it like me and my son been talking about them in our house or something like that. And it's like, we don't even talk about it. We don't give a fuck about you, and whatever we have to say, we probably already said in your face. Like, we'll tell you like when we have problems with you. Like, we don't do that. So yeah, so they keep trying to create all this stuff where me and my son are isolated, and then they try to say, well, that's not abuse. It's abuse. You isolating us purposely, and we haven't done anything to you. You see what I'm saying? Ultimately, the people that were in my house, Brandon Clark, Marcus Dwayne Boyd, and some girl like that stayed there for a week, the one I put out, I was actually helping them. So at the end of the day, whoever got anything to say, I was helping you. Ain't no way I didn't set up something so I can hurt you or control you or anything like that. That's what you did to me when I was helping you, okay? So, how to handle emotionally triggering situations and people. The people part is hard because sometimes they just don't want to shut the fuck up or leave you alone or move away from you. They actually try to come closer to you or start arguments or start fights. That's been my situation. You don't got nothing to do with them, but they want something to fight about. Like, I don't even fucking care about you. You know, like, so the fight not even worth it. The argument not worth it. And sometimes I end up getting caught up in it just as though I can try to explain it. Now I keep thinking to myself, why the fuck explain? Like, just walk away or something, because these people stupid. You know, remove your attention from the person, situation, and focus on your breath. See? Walk away. Take a breath. Physically leave the situation. Don't even get involved. Don't even involve yourself, because in our situation, they have information from 2005, 2006. Sometimes the information, my son wasn't even born. It don't even have anything to do with my son. And they'll put my son in that situation too. So they'll cause problems at his school. They'll cause problems with his friends. They'll cause problems with this, that, and the other. And it's been like, for what? He 11 years old. It's been his whole life. Find the humor in the situation. There is no humor for me. That shit ain't even fucking funny at all. It's not funny. I think it's very ignorant and it's disruptive, you know? Ask yourself why you're being triggered. It's not my problem. I already know it's a problematic trigger. When they come to me, I know that's a problematic trigger. It's not something from me. I'm not emotionally involved enough to be like, okay, well, this is now this trigger. For the most part, if nobody bothers us, we cool. Like, seriously, if nobody bothers us, me and my son are truly okay. Like, even with me having trauma and problems and stuff like that, like, I don't really have, because I don't put myself in a situation to be triggered. So I'm not about to go to a fucking, I'm not about to go to like a fraternity or sorority party. I'm not about to incite myself into somebody else's business or crawl through the internet pages online or look for headlines to like fucking scare me and stuff like that. I don't do that. I don't watch scary movies. I barely watch TV. So it's like, I just don't do a lot of stuff that's going to trigger me. So the only way I do get triggered most of the time is like from people following me, from when I go out, from my neighbors, stuff like that, from whoever it is that's telling them what to say and all this different stuff. It's triggers from the phone calls, from the emails, from the mail. Like, they'll have people send me stuff through the email. They have people call me. They would have people going through my Google Hangouts, you know. I remember that K-Nep guy, I guess he was trying to say he gonna kidnap me or something. Like, you see shit like that. That's why I was like, yeah, let me call CPS, because y'all actually are fucking with my child's whole fucking childhood. And I feel like that's something that we can sue you for. I'm so serious, because it's not funny. I even went back. I had to write the people because they stole my taxes, like, last year or something like that. I couldn't find my AGI. They took all the screws out of my computer, and when I told somebody, they were like, that just happens. It's like, no, that don't happen. Like, the screws don't just fall out the bottom. Like, the whole time we've been here, ain't no screw fell out the computer. When we were in Texas, the dog had worms, like, every month. The dog haven't had worms the whole time we've been here. The whole time we've been here, she haven't even had worms. The whole time we done left Texas, she has not had worms, not one time. Now, tell me how is that different? When did that start to change? Everything like Texas and stuff, you know, so now that we not in that same environment, we still have people messing with us, but we don't have people doing the shit they was doing in Texas. And they was hiding and trying to do that shit too. So, yeah, I think they wanted us out the apartment because they didn't have enough, they weren't getting enough information or trying to get, they wanted access to us like they have access to us now. You see what I'm saying? So, something wrong. Something really is going to fuck on. Don't bypass your feelings, but don't act them out either. It's okay to consciously delay experiencing them. That's why I stand and I'm like, I keep still and I just think. And I think. And I think. And mine becomes anger. So it's more coping skills. Okay, so some things you can do. Use positive self-talk. There is nothing wrong with you. Yes?
Okay. Should I knock these down?
Is that how you perfectly want it? Mm-hmm. Yeah, knock them down if that's what you want to do. Yeah. Okay, so use positive self-talk. That's pretty good. Like, you do it anyway, and you gonna get tired one day, like trying to be down on yourself, because you're not a horrible person. Most people, they just not horrible people. Do deep breathing. I got the Apple Watch. Before this, I used to have like a heart rate watch, and I also used to do like breathing, where I kind of like 10 seconds and then I breathe in for 10 seconds. So that's something else. Like, there's so many different ways to do the breathing. Watch your favorite movie, take a shower, go for a walk, talk to a counselor, laugh, paint or draw. That's the first thing I ask people when they say they got trauma. I was like, do you draw? Do you write? You know, exercise, play with your pet. Our dog, she just like, she already trained for that, so she just come and like touch us and hang out with us and make us rub her and all this. But make me, because I'm not touchy feely. My son, he don't mind, but me, it's like she had to really, because sometimes I'm like, no, get away from me. I was like, don't talk to her like that. But yeah, I do. I talk to her like that because I'm not a touchy feely person. I'm getting close to her.
Okay, no.
What?
What I'm saying is, but like, she's not like the type of person that she's not like a person.
I know she's not a person. I know she's a dog. I'm saying I'm not a touchy-feely person, but she is. Yeah, she like really like me touching her all the time.
And that doesn't make up.
Yeah, talk to a friend, but they have strained out relationships, so I don't have a friend to talk to. So I usually just talk on Instagram. Like, I just like give positivity out on Instagram. That's like my day. Like, I love doing that. I love it because there's so many good people out there. Play a video game. I'll do that. I play 2. Now I play like 5. I got 5. Hang out with friends. Listen to your favorite song. Watch your favorite TV show. Play your favorite sport. Yeah, take a nap if you need it. Do a crossword puzzle. Crosswords like, cause then a crossword to take up a lot of time, because you could look up you gotta look up some of the answers. Some of them you can figure out for yourself, and then you gotta go back and look them up. And then that might not be the right word that fit in there or whatever. So it's like a lot of activity going on. And at the same time, you actually helping yourself fight off Alzheimer's, I think, because it's like something where you actually have to actively use your brain. Like, it's a lot of brain usage. That and Sudoku. So Sudoku too. Play a game outside. Ask for a hug. I love my son's hugs. He's like, give me a hug. Like, you know, I like that. Like, yeah, because he like, that's my closeness, you know, like, because I'm not like that with everybody. I'm just like that with him and the dog. But yeah, think of your favorite memory. Dance. My son always be like, we gonna dance today. Go for a bike ride. Go to the park. We do that sometimes. Stretch or do yoga. I have not done it. I used to wake up every day and do yoga. I have not been doing it. Clean your room. I wake up and sweep because I got dog fur. Do something kind. Smile until you feel better. Count to 10. Think of your strengths. Have a picnic. Rearrange your room. Read a positive quote. Write your feelings in a journal. Then that's a trauma for me because the person that ultimately I wrote some of this stuff in my journal and my journal was stolen, and now they're using the stuff that was in my journal against me because I'm so diabolical. Right? Okay. Go for a hike. Learn a new skill. Listen to calming music. Using I feel message. Take a time out. Think of something funny. Play with your favorite toy. Spend time with family. Think of the consequences. I also like to be outside of nature. I like gardening. And then I also like being out there with the bees and stuff. Now the bees actually come and get on my skin. They'll come and smell me and stuff because I fed them. And I put my scent out there too. I put my scent on the banister where I feed them at. So they'll actually come and just be on me because I guess they feel safe for me. I don't know why they do it, but they do it, and it's just something I love. So I don't know. I think that's just it for today. For real, triggers are not something to play with. It's not a game for people because it actually is fucking with their brain. It creates a black space in a certain part of their brain or whatever. I think I wrote it on. I did a graphic on my Instagram for it on the Brown Sugar Talk. I think I put it on Black Unicorns, but for real, it creates a black space in your brain. It actually starts to make people forget memories and stuff, which ultimately, yes, it leads to death. And it's not a game. It's actually not a fucking game. These people actually been following me with abuse, with my abuse from my abuse papers, and actually triggering me. I'm not lying about any of these men abusing me. I have no reason to do that because I actually have a huge affinity for black men, especially the ones that helped me in my life and that have actually been there for me. If I haven't said anything mean against them and they have never done anything to me, why would I now lie and say that these men did this and they were the ones that did it? I'm not lying. I have no reason to lie. I have a reason to warn you, but not a reason to lie. You see? So that's exactly what I'm telling you. I don't know who the fuck these people are. They did not verify anything with me. I have not abused any men. I beat I fought my baby daddy because he hit me one day. And I was pregnant. So I don't know where I got the strength, but I beat his ass like I was 10 fucking men. I couldn't stand it. I'm just I told him too. I said, if you try to hurt me, because I was in an abusive relationship with Marcus, I said, you try to hurt me, I'm going to fuck you up. And he did it. He tried to hurt me and I fucked him up. Victor Efos, I didn't hit him back because that's when I realized that they were trying to repeat stuff and he didn't even really know what was going on. He was just ignorant. He was dumb. So if I beat your ass for whatever reason, I'm saying, it's I didn't know. I just didn't know. And so, yeah, I don't know what to do. And actually, I do. The guy on the bus told me what I wrote in my letter or whatever. And I was like, I'm not about to do that either. I said, because I was telling my son, they should have never did this in the first fucking place. I'm not about to try to play a game that I made up. That's actually for me. And you never verify for me if that shit was true or not. Y'all just keep making up shit and following me. And it's I don't know, what the fuck am I? I'm not about to do that with you. You already know what I was supposed to say. You already heard me tell you that it was abuse. You already told me that you didn't give it to the correct person. So why the fuck am I still trying to explain to you or give you the details into something that was ultimately done by me? And my son is he's yeah, because I'm not about to I'm not playing games with you. I'm not joking. I've been trying to get away for this long. 26 years of abuse. 26 years. More than that if I include my family. And you still want me to sit here and explain to you, why I wrote the letter. When I already told you, okay, wait a minute, the letter was written this way, because if you would have gave it to the right person, that person would have knew that this wasn't supposed to go on. And these people still on the bus trying to fucking follow with me. You sick. What am I sick of? No, I come from my family is sick. Me? I don't think so. I don't think so.